morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are in the internet world. Welcome to another edition of Golden Independence. So we're here again, and yeah, man, it's blowing up. I mean, the news is just is way too much. I'm not even going to recite what's being talked about on these prestigious platforms in terms of numbers, because I know you guys haven't seen it or heard all of the information yet, especially if you're still watching CNN or CNBC, MSNBNC, LMNOP. Can't forget Fox News. So ladies and gentlemen, you're never going to see these numbers again. Consider 80,000 the new 800, because I remember, right? Even though I couldn't, I didn't acquire it because I couldn't acquire it because of my jurisdiction, meaning Bitcoin. Not only that, it was nobody in my circle at the time was even looking on that radar. They weren't even looking at Bitcoin, yet alone knew what it was. So I look at 80,000, right? And 80,000 Bitcoin as the new $800 Bitcoin, because I remember when Bitcoin was $800. I was following Bitcoin, okay? I was following Bitcoin along the way, and I was interested in the early millionaires back then who were kids, children, right? At that time, teenage millionaires, crazy. Well, let's fast forward to 2024, a new opportunity, right? A new opportunity has emerged, and now we find ourselves at an $80,000 Bitcoin. And like I said, 80,000, 80K is the new 800, okay? It's the new 800. Why? Why? Because if you 100x Bitcoin at $800, you will get 80,000. Because just a friendly reminder, Bitcoin used to be 800. And now we see that whoever acquired Bitcoin at $800, and now that same Bitcoin is valued at 80,000, is now in the 100x move. Yeah, it's time to put this Bitcoin stuff in perspective, right? Ladies and gentlemen, let me run that back, and let me say it loud for the people in the back, because it seems like, I know there were some people that came late. So I'll say it again. Once upon a time, ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin was $800. These are real facts. This is not a story, okay? This is not a story. I'm talking real facts. Once upon a time, Bitcoin was $800. 100 moves later, north, up, in an ascending state, climbing up Jacob's ladder. 100 moves later, we find Bitcoin at the price point of 80,000. per coin. Woo! Imagine if you had gotten 10 Bitcoin when Bitcoin was 800. If you're listening to this, or maybe you're not, because you just got off, and you're a little bit upset and perturbed and disturbed of the information that I just gave. And I get it. You know, truth hurts, especially when you had the opportunity, and now you find it fleeting because you had the opportunity. Yet I digress. Woo! As I was saying, 800. Imagine if you got 10, right? Because we're always working. Let's work with 10,000, right? People are comfortable. Even people who don't have money will say, "Yeah, what can I get 10K?" Or 10K is a reasonable sum to invest. Now let's say you took a portion of your 10K and you got 10 Bitcoin at $800, right? At $800, and you just sat on it. Well, your asset value is 800,000. You're almost a millionaire. But wait a second. Because you just might be one of these people or clients or a visual viewer. You might be a visual viewer who's watching this video, and you have studied Bitcoin for over 100 hours, and you have just heard what it is that I said, and you're putting all the pieces together, and quite possibly you got Bitcoin when you invested 10K. You have 10 coins right now. Right now, you got 10 coins. It may not be 80 exactly, but maybe you do. Or maybe it's within that range of 50. Or meaning 500 to 800. $500 to $800. Maybe you got in at that range. Potato, same difference. Right? Same difference. Because that would make sense. That would make sense why it was trading sideways. Because there were quite a few people who got in at 500 or maybe didn't. Because some people, because on its way back up to 500, it had crashed the first time from reaching 1,000. As they say, the market may have been skittish at that time. So perhaps Bitcoin is now mimicking its state from back then. I mean, I could stand corrected. It's just my opinion, really. But moving on and moving forward, the numbers don't lie, ladies and gentlemen. Either way, right? 10 tokens. 10 tokens. You were probably able to acquire 10 tokens. Guess what? You can't get 10 tokens now. Because in order to get even 10 Bitcoin, to even get 10 Bitcoin, you have to be a millionaire. You got to be a millionaire. And that's exactly what's happening with the Michael Saylors and the Larry Finks, the soon and the now soon to be Donald Trump. This is what all these entities are going to be chasing after. They're chasing after Bitcoin because it's at that ripe number. It's at that ripe number. Like I said, the higher up it goes, the more it's like a dog whistle. It's like a dog whistle. You're reaching people you don't even, it's like a language. And money is a language. right? And when money reaches certain signs and symbols, oh yes, now we get into a universal language, because we can all understand a picture. Ones and O's everywhere. Whether it's English or math, it all comes back to ones and O's. How about that? Matter of fact, that's the common denominator. The common denominator is ones and O's, because ones and O's is the thing that ties math and English. Because you could write one, not just draw the number one. However, it still comes back to, like I said, ones and O's. But to understand Bitcoin, you have to go back to what it is I said, which is the numbers. Look at the numbers, look at the math. Once you look at the math, the English is going to follow. And when I look at Bitcoin, I look at it as national freedom. I look at it as sovereignty, individual sovereignty for those who are positioned now. If you're involved with BitHarvest right now, you have just partook in being sovereign as an individual. And watch. This is how powerful this information is, because and you could be sovereign at the price point of $100. I'll say that again for the people in the back. You could be sovereign, yes, at the price point of $100. That's the strength that Bitcoin has. Remember the ant. The ant can lift 50 times its own weight. Well, guess what? If you get involved with BitHarvest will lift your monetary and financial problems times 50. That's right. Anything financial, you'll have that type of strength. Consider what you make now. Imagine, just pull the calculator out. How much you make a year, or how much you make a day. Not a day, how much you make a week, or how much you make a month. And just multiply that by 50. And imagine that is the strength. And you had that, right? Wherever you are in the internet world, I want you to consider this. Consider what I just said. Consider what I just said. With BitHarvest having even one share, just one, will give you 50 times your financial strength. A shirt, one shirt. No, watch this. So if you have one full booster, that means if you want to take $1,000 and get a full booster, now your strength, your Bitcoin strength, financial strength now becomes 500. So let's play it, right? Here's the game. And I'm gonna close it out with this here. And then you could you could post what you got in the comments. Take your pay scale, right? Whatever you make, And you could do it daily, weekly, monthly, or even yearly, however you get paid, because many people get paid differently. Some people get paid every quarter, right? I don't know. I have to, CEO could be listening. I want to speak to him too. Yeah, yeah. We talk that quarterly turnover style. We get it. I mean, I don't want to leave any out because although money is for everybody, not everybody gets it. Only those in the know of how money works. But if you're just going to work for money, don't wonder why you end up broke and then you can't help your children when they really need you, because life is wicked. But Bitcoin is the and BitHarvest is the product. So it's up to you to utilize the product only if you want to equalize the system that's already pressed upon you. So based on how you feel about the system, you may like how the system is. Hey, I'm not here to stop you. I mean, do you, boo? Because you heard me say this before, but I'll say it again. This is for those who don't want to be on the hamster wheel. And for that, it's time to take orange peel. Because if you're paying attention, why would you not be all in anything Bitcoin related? Anything Bitcoin related, why would you be all in? Like, definitely watching the wrong channel. And you're wasting your time. I mean, it's a lot of advertisers out there. If you feel that you're a consumer and you're just here, scrolling and consuming, yet not applying, whoa. Yeah, whoa. As it's written, woe unto thee. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But congratulations on those who have acquired BitBoosters today and within the BitHarvest community. To acquire more Satoshis, we are also contributing to the uptick in the price movement of Bitcoin. Why? Because we are receiving Bitcoin, but just in Satoshis. And there are many, many people within BitHarvest, and they have many, many BitBoosters. Oh yes. Oh yes. I mean, we're not late to the party. I'm just stating a fact again. This is not a story. I'm going to remind you guys. This is not a story. This is facts. BitHarvest is international. Right now, as we speak, it's people moving money into BitHarvest with regards to the BitBoosters, because they understand anything connected to Bitcoin is gonna be massive. Anything connected to Bitcoin is gonna blow right up, along with the fact that you're getting Bitcoin. Yo. Woo! That's all I gotta say. And the Ric Flair style too. You know, I'm old school like that. Just in some things. If I could remember that far. So, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Another day. And yeah, you may want to consider. You may just wish to consider getting a BitHarvest account. Like I said, when that 100x comes, and let's not forget the fun little game that was supposed to be playing when you check out, right? When we close up, when we finish, don't forget the game. You take the value of however it is that you get paid, and you multiply it by 50. Multiply it by 50. And then on another column, you just do the same thing, but this time do 500. Multiply it by 500. Now 50 would represent one shared booster, $100. The 500 represents a full booster. But let's not forget the value of what the 500 represents. That's the multiplier. That's the multiplier of the financing that you'll get from BitHarvest. Those gains, we call it. Because by the time you get ready to cash out, liquidate, because that is going to happen, right? Not everybody is going to hold. Not everybody's going to hold. That's just life. Some people, because this is what it's about, right? It's about having the asset. But hopefully, when it's time for us to cash in, we won't have to sell our assets, because what's coming is that we will be able to get financing without selling. We will be able to leverage our Satoshis, right? We'll be able to leverage our Satoshis and get the cash that it is that we need, right? In a decentralized manner. All of that's coming. So that'll be the fun little game. And if you don't get excited about BitHarvest after that, then what can I say? You're watching the wrong channel. and you should unsubscribe if you are subscribed. That'll be the main test. Yeah, that'll be the main test to see if we are even in alignment. Because this is not entertainment, ladies and gentlemen. Although some of you may have been entertained, but this is not entertainment. This is documentation. That's all this is. This is what we call down here in the islands producing receipts. These are receipts. Because like they say, once you go onto the net, you don't really go away. Even if you got blocked or so-called erased from YouTube, the information's still there. Why do you think so many things pop back up on YouTube after? Because they're the holders of the info, and they got to do and utilize it. They want just to use it. That's in the fine print. But hey, that's the cost of doing business. Until Bitcoin comes along, and how about you could use the software to program a more harmonious platform or YouTube version. Utilize Bitcoin protocol. Where you could legitimately get voted out. legitimately. Based on the amount of Bitcoin give to you. That's right. So if you ain't got that many satoshis, you're not going to use up a vote for something. You're not going to use up a vote for something that's going to cost you. Come on. Like I said, math. Do the math. You gotta do the math. Jeez. Like, what are we doing here? But anywho, it's gonna feel awesome waking up to more satoshis in the morning. It's almost like just knowing that's my breakfast. Yeah, the knowledge of the satoshis being mine is how, it's better than coffee as a starter. Yeah, like how people drink coffee first thing in the morning as soon as they wake up. No, I wake up to the knowledge of acquiring satoshis on a daily. Yeah. And on a number that if I was to express it right now, everybody within a 100-meter radius would declare that I'm a liar. Yep. Remember, this is not a story. However, if you enjoyed this content, don't forget to give a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed and you like what's info, hit subscribe, because we're going to be going on much more regular in these days. Times. Crazy. So yeah. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen. Bless.